Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Figures, Games and Trains, and today we are looking at the Rhythm and Blues Greg the Hammer Valentine Elite from the Legends Series 20 by the looks of things. So, the package was actually quite damaged, to be honest, but it must have been in the shop for ages, because it was just dumped on a shelf and ended up with it. So it was one figure that I'd never actually got, that I actually wanted from the Legend series. I'd never seen it at a reasonable price. To be honest with you, I still don't think it was an okayish price, but it should have been cheaper. That's just me being cheap. So obviously with Greg Valentine you get a guitar which is breakable. This has got an elastic band around it, tied in all different ways, shapes and forms. If I had to slip that, the whole thing would probably just all come apart. So yeah, the guitar, it does stay together, but I find this accessory with a lot of them comes apart too easily. I mean, that comes off that easy then. Sometimes if you were trying to sort of get over somebody going over their head, it can be quite hard to actually keep together. So, Rhythm in Blues. Or is it Rhythm and Blues? Rhythm and Blues. Greg Valentine figure. Now, this is actually quite an impressive figure. This was one of the figures that we never got in Hasbro. There was actually a prototype made of it. There was only ever one, and I think Zack Ryder owns that prototype now. But it is a really, really good figure. On the boots you've got a heart with a hammer on the side there, and then obviously you've got his jacket with all the musical notes on it, and then you've got like that eagle on the back. It's actually a really, really good figure. No, I thought it was. There's like a belt around the jacket. It's separate from the jacket. I actually thought it was part of the jacket, but it's not. So you get a separate belt, which has also got Greg Hammer Valentine written on the front of it. And obviously his jacket will come off, and you just got your usual Greg the Hammer Valentine body piece. What should I say, body. You got the removable glasses from Greg Valentine. To be honest with you, it's actually a really good scan. I mean, they did the blonde version of him as well, and I've actually got that. And I have to say, for somebody that didn't really get exposed as good as probably they should have, he was used more as a jobber, I thought. I know that he was Intercontinental Champion. I know he was Intercontinental Champion. Was it 2 times? Maybe 1, I don't know. I can't remember how many times he was Intercontinental Champion. It was in the very, very old days when he was Intercontinental Champion, though. It was I'm trying to picture the belt that he had. It was a really funny shaped belt. God, I can't even remember what year it was from neither. It was a horrible belt. It really was. It was absolute minging of a belt. But yeah, I think he could have actually gone a little bit further when he was with Honky Tonk Man, because obviously Honky Tonk Man became Intercontinental Champion. But I really do think that him and Honky Tonk Man could have been tag team champions. That's the way I look at it. I think they should have been tag team champions. Now, if they have, and I haven't seen any of that, please forgive me. Because, in all honesty, there's a certain part of WWE that I've never really seen. I'm trying to think. I would say from before the very first Monday Night Raw in 1993, I didn't really see a lot of wrestling since from before that. Obviously, 1992, I did see the Royal Rumble, 1990, 1991, 92. I have watched the Royal Rumble from 1988 and 89. And I was actually quite shocked that Hacksaw Jim Duggan was the very first ever Royal Rumble winner. And they actually never even got title shots for it back then. It was just that back then. It was just a gimmick where we had so many people in the ring and just threw them out the ring, and that was it. The very first Royal Rumble, you didn't even have the 10-second countdown. It was like a battle royal. Everybody just came in the ring at once. That was absolutely mind blowing with the amount of people that they had in the very first Royal Rumble. And absolutely everybody got in the ring. Now, I don't know whether it was actually 30 people on the very first one, but there was a lot of people in that ring, and how they sort of choreographed all that match, I don't know, because it was that ring was full. And he may very well have actually been in there at that point. I just don't know. I've never really taken much notice of the very first two Royal Rumbles. I think, was it 1991 or 89 that Demolition came in first and second? It could have been 1990. It's either 89, 90. It's either 89, 90 or 91. I don't think it was 92 because I think they were gone from the company by then. But yeah, the amazing Royal Rumbles are. They really are. I mean, it's actually my favourite pay-per-view of the year over WrestleMania. I mean, WrestleMania is a great pay-per-view and everything, but it's become a bit predictable of how everything works these days. It's as if these days, because they don't seem to be building people up in between time, and it just starts from the Royal Rumble up to WrestleMania these days. I don't know. I'm a little bit thingy with it all at the moment. It's very lackluster at times. The shows are great. They're doing a lot better now that Triple H is running the show, and I suppose he's got a lot to fix after Vince McMahon being in charge. Anyway, never mind all that. I'm supposed to be bloody talking about this figure. So we've got Greg Valentine, Rhythm and Blues figure. It's actually a really, really, really good figure. I've got Jimmy Hart, and I don't know what version. I think it's the one in the pink jacket. I don't think I've got any of the others, because there was one where he had the hearts all over him, wasn't they? And I think that was a Hall of Fame figure, and I never ever got that one. But I can put these with I can put him with Honky Tonk Man, and probably I'll just use the Jimmy Hart with the pink jacket. It doesn't matter to me. It's still Jimmy Hart. So, yeah, so the Greg Valentine figure is actually really, really good figure. If you actually see it and you see it cheap, I would get that figure. It's actually really good. It's actually quite bob on. The face is very, very good. Actually reminds me of a friend of ours from Iceland. And it's a woman. But yes, yeah, it's I can see it now. Some people will be laughing at that. I look like I was actually talking to Greg Valentine, and yeah. So Greg Valentine, Rhythm and Blues. It's a really good figure. I'm actually glad to have this in my collection. I'm a big fan of the older wrestling from like the 90s and stuff like that over today's wrestling. So it's a good figure to have to the set. And I have been opening so many wrestling figures and doing videos. This is the bag. This bag is all accessories from the wrestlers that I have been opening. This bag is so heavy, it is unreal. And all it is majority of it is hands. There's a few other bits in there, like belts, the Lex Luger body bit and everything. But honest to God, that bag is just accessories. From all the figures I've been opening, and I've still got more to go. And, well, this has got to go in there. That's a little one to the bag. So, yes, so until next time, we've looked at the Greg Valentine Rhythm and Blues figure. And, well, he's cool, he's cocky, he's bad. And I'm out.